So this video is going to be short as well. This is just, I want to read off, it might not be that short, I want to read off the lists. It's not in order, I've already written it 3 times and I'm not going to keep rewriting it, so I'm just going to check it off as I kind of go. I want to read off the list of what I want to do with him, and I want you guys to know if I'm missing any, or leave a comment if I'm missing anything. So there's 4 different sections, so if you don't want to hear the whole list, you can click off the video. I don't want to leave anything out. I want these 3 to be as broke as possible, and I'm actually going to go back on the list after we get started with him and get them copied, and for each horse they're going to have the same list and make sure I can do everything that is on these lists with each horse. I want them to be dead broke, so not everything is obviously written down, but this is why I'm asking you guys for help. So for groundwork, I have halter training, tying, whoa, back up, touching the body all over, picking up feet and picking them out, pulling on their feet, their tails, and their legs, flexing, backing up onto things, like I like them to back up onto a bridge or over a pole, backing up and over a tire. It's a really good thing to have just in case. Train to come to whistle and treat bucket, because that's how the owners get them. Lunging, trot poles by lunging, giving baths, yield hind and forequarter, cross tying, going into stalls, and medicine chute, which is a really small space. Lunging through tight spots until the horse is calm and collected. Side passing, liberty work, lunging on and offline. That's what I have for the groundwork. For the desensitizing work, I have whips, tarps, balls, hose, hula hoop, bridge, saddle, dragging things, flags, signs, dogs, pool noodles, highway, water, train and tracks, cars and trucks, mailboxes, guns, popping and carrying balloons. If you guys remember seeing my videos with Skyla and Rose, that's what I mean. Spray bottles, wrapping their tails and legs. We like to wrap them in vet wrap for like a day or 2 and let them kind of get used to it, just in case we ever have to. Going through tires, legs and bell boots, just to get them used to them. Some horses don't like them. Tying loose coats to the saddle so they flap. Tying bags to the saddles so they flap. Also milk jugs. Sorry, I gotta write that down real quick. Putting things under their tail dock. A lot of people don't do that, and these are also they're going to be used as riding and pack horses, so they have to get used to that strap going under their tail dock. So it'll be like pool noodles, thin whips, things like that, just to get them used to it, so that when they do it, they don't have a horse bucking with a whole bunch of stuff on them. Things moving in their face, in front of their face, and over their head. That's what I have for desensitizing work. For riding, I have getting them used to the saddle and the flapping of it. Lunging with the bit and saddle, and I unclip the bit, so it's just to kind of let them have everything on them at once and get used to everything, but that'll be introduced slowly. It'll be the saddle, desensitizing them to the saddle first, and then adding the bit when they're good with the saddle. Moving off of stirrups, pushing the stirrups on them from the ground, and teaching them to go off the pressure, so it's easier when you get in the saddle. And then obviously walk, trot, canter, whoa, backing up, one rein stops, collection, rounding up other horses. The girls hate being rounded up, and Rose hates to be backed off the horses after you're done rounding up. She rears up and throws a fit. And if one of their horses happens to get loose, I want them to be able to catch their horse, obviously, from another horse, just in case. You never know what happens out there when you're hunting on horses. Neck reining, rollbacks, spinning, opening and closing gates, and going through. I should probably write going through, just in case I forget. Sorry if this video is a little long. I just want to make sure I have as much stuff as I can on here. Jumping, dragging things under the saddle, and I don't mean dragging it underneath him. I mean being in the saddle and dragging him. Of course, I will, when he gets that far, drag things underneath him just to get him. I want him to be completely okay with people going underneath him and stuff. You can do that with Skyla, but you can't do that with Rose yet. She still kicks. Packing, side passing, pole bending, barrels, and counterbend. That is what I have for riding. And for tricks, we have maybe sit, rearing up, laying down, smiling, and hugs. So if there's anything that you guys could possibly think of that I could add to those lists, let me know, please, down in the comments. It's a lot of training. It's not going to be just a quick and easy train. I want these horses to be good. So actually, for riding, I'm going to add sliding off butt. I just started that with the girls, and actually Rose does really well with it. For a kicker, you would think, you know, a mare that doesn't like you to be behind her, you would think she wouldn't like it, but she just stands there. I can let go of the reins completely and just hop on and hop around her and hop off, and she stands there, and I can be out in our 15-acre field and do that, and she doesn't care. And if you guys remember back in the videos before, when I did Rose and Skyla in all the circles, that will only be done if he is too quick and doesn't like to slow down. We're having to go back and forth with that with Rose, because she kind of gets a little heavy on the bit, and I'm trying to be light on the bit, and she just sits there and fights it. So instead of pulling on her mouth and causing sores, we're just kind of going back and forth every other day if she needs it, and just doing some laps and kind of working her and saying, or reminding her and saying, hey, just because your reins are loose doesn't mean you get to speed up and take off. So we're teaching her leaning forward means go faster, sitting back or sitting even in the saddle means kind of slow back and slow your pace, and she's picking it up really great. Skyla has been off work the last 3 weeks because she's came up limping again. Had her on stall rest for a week. She did great. Turned her loose. She's limping again. We're not sure if it's an abscess. Now she's only limping when she trots. Like, I rode her bareback tonight at a walk. Great. Canter. Great. Trot, she would limp every few steps, but if you change direction, she wouldn't limp that way at a trot. So I'm kind of thinking there might be like a sore muscle that needs worked. So we are talking with the vet. Don't freak out that I wrote her. We're talking with the vet. We're just trying a couple other things to see if maybe she needs stretched. We're stretching out her legs, picking up her legs and stretching them. So she's getting a lot better. So I'm going to actually do some light work with her tomorrow. And if she's good, I'll do some light work with her for a few days before I actually get a saddle on her and run her and actually do the barrel patterns and work on her with that. Because she kind of has a way of ignoring your leg and diving too far into the barrel and smashing your leg into it every single time. So working on things. So before we get back to that, we want her to be sound for at least 2.5 weeks before we push her back into hard work. So don't worry, we're not pushing her too hard or anything like that. So anyways, sorry for the 8-minute video on just a list, but I don't know, I feel like I'm missing a couple things that I maybe have already done in a video, but I've looked back at the videos and I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm missing something. So if you guys think of anything that I possibly missed that you think would be great for a 3-year-old, 2 3-year-olds and a 4-year-old, let me know down in the comments down below. And if you think you know anybody who might think of something else, go ahead, share it and tag him, and like, subscribe, and hopefully you guys comment. Nobody ever comments on my videos, so I don't know. Kind of sucks making these videos and taking the time out of my day to make sure that you guys can see these. And I know I don't post that often, and I know there's only 8 of you. But it still kind of sucks to, you know, put your work into it, put your effort into it, and not get any feedback. So I might just stop doing videos altogether. I don't know yet. Alright, well, like, subscribe, comment, share, and enjoy. Go back and watch the videos that you guys haven't seen if you'd like. Alright, bye guys.